Hey everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I have a process video for you today that was originally meant to go up a couple weeks ago for the athletic hop that Christina Sword had put on, and I failed miserably at getting it done. But I started it, and then it actually kind of fell into place with the sketch challenge from the March Secret Not Secret Kit Club sketch for the scrap party. And so I'm just kind of combining them into one because it was a layout I really wanted to get scrapped and just wanted to share it with you. So what I had done there is did a little bit of stitching, as you can see. And the reason why it is half white at the top and half blue at the bottom is because I am mimicking the Whitecaps, who is a soccer team, Major League Soccer, Vancouver Whitecaps, and we went to their home opening game, and it was so much fun. Sean and I are big soccer fans, and I wanted to document our trip and how fun it was. It was the first time we've been able to go. We didn't get to go at all last year with Nora being a baby, and so this is kind of our first game back. It was really exciting. And so I thought using their team logo would be a really fun way to document the story. So I'm going ahead and filling that all in. And then I'm going to use this piece of pattern paper from the Maggie Holmes Gather collection because it is kind of the same blue color tone that I used in with the stitching to go into that middle diamond there. And I struggled trying to get it to all cut up, but eventually I get it to work, and I'm going to go ahead and glue it down and make it all work. But yeah, it was fun. So the reason why that it's white at the top and blue at the bottom, the blue I think stands for the water, but the white is because Whitecaps, Vancouver, we're surrounded by beautiful, like, majestic mountains around us, and so that's what it kind of stands for. And even though it's white on white, because obviously I'm stitching white on white background, I liked it. You can still see it in real life, and it all just kind of works. And so I kind of decided to play off of that a little once I get this diamond into place. Do you see how much I'm struggling with this? But I thought it would also be fun to fill in the other two squares. I keep calling them squares. They're not squares. Oh, Christy. It is a Saturday evening, and I just got off work, and it was a long day at work. And you can tell because my brain can't tell the difference between diamonds and triangles and squares, and I don't know my shapes. So I'm thinking that it would be a lot of fun to go ahead and use some tissue paper to fill in the other diamonds, because those are what those shapes are. And because it's white and it's just got little kind of flecks of color and sparkle in it, I thought it would be really fun and playful, and I actually really love the way it turned out. It was kind of exactly what I wanted. And I have this glue that I get from Walmart that is actually a fabric glue. But when you use it on tissue paper, it does not soak through like some glues do, and it becomes completely transparent. You don't see it whatsoever. I absolutely love this glue. So like I said, you can get it at Walmart in the scrap section. That's where I buy it. But it's the fabric glue. So I use that when I go ahead and am doing things like that. And then I decided I needed to have a little bit of mixed media, of course, to play along with all of this. And at this time, this is me scrapping this a couple weeks ago. I didn't even have my photos printed yet, so I'm just kind of playing off of what I think is going to work. And I have a few blue colors in my stash, and I decided to kind of use a couple of them and just play around, do the packaging technique a little bit. It's a little messy and sloppy, but I kind of like it. I don't know, it was like, I have a problem with this blue that I used to just use there. I think it's the Jenny B blue. I believe that's the one it is. But it's a darker blue, and I really, really struggle with using it. I just did this on a layout a while ago, and I didn't like that color either. So this color might be going out of my stash because every time I use it, I just don't like it. This lighter blue I do like, especially when you mix it with like white acrylic paint. It turns out really pretty. And in the end, it all works just fine. Honestly, it's going to get covered up, so it's not a big deal. But I do kind of stretch it out and go ahead and put it into the tissue papered part as well. And then I'm going to just do a bunch of splatters. And I actually like the way the splatters turned out. Those were actually pretty cool. I do it light enough that it's just kind of like a little bit of blue confetti. So I like that. And the team wears their main uniforms they used to be, they're black now, but they used to be this blue color. So to me, it all works. It all represents the Whitecaps the way I'm trying to make it work. So I'm happy with that. I let it dry and then I come back to it. This is a day or two later, and I'm going to go ahead and work on my title. So they have a theme song. And if you know anything about soccer, most soccer teams have a song that they sing, and they're very loud. Their fans are very, very loud, and it's a really fun atmosphere. It's probably the best sports atmosphere I've ever been in, actually. But the Whitecaps have one, and I really love the way it works. And so it goes in and it says, basically, the highlight of it is that we play whether rain or shine because we live in Vancouver, and of course it's very, very rainy here. And then it flows into the fact that the title turns into Whitecaps is our name. And I'm going to take that part of the song lyrics and turn that into the bigger part of my title by using a few of these alphas. So I'm going to start with these Amy Tan. I think those are Amy Tan, but they're wood veneer. How cool are those? And I'm going to go ahead and paint them white and spell out the word Whitecaps because I was actually able to do that with these. I like these a lot, but there's not a whole lot of each alpha, so I have to be really careful with how I use them. But that's going to fit perfectly in that little spot there. So like I said, I'm just going to use my acrylic paint and get those painted. It took about 2 layers, I believe, to get it all down. So that's going to work really well. And then I use another wood veneer type one in a really small font to write is R, and then the word name I use in the alpha that I think is from the Paige Evans collection that has the multicolored fonts, not fonts, but colors in the alpha set. And we all know I'm really, really bad at mixing them. So I just picked out all the white ones to be able to spell the word name. And I like that. And then what you're seeing now is it all dry, and this is this week after I've gotten my photos actually printed. And those are the 2 photos that I used at the game. The one was taken just a selfie of myself, and then we always take a selfie of the 2 of us at the game, and I put it on Instagram. And this time when I did it, I tagged the Whitecaps team, and our photo ended up on the big screen at the the stadium. What do you call that? The Jumbotron. And I was like, oh my gosh, Sean's gonna kill me. It was so funny. But it was all good. It was funny. I won't tag us ever again because that was really weird seeing us up really high and big. It was weird, but it was funny. And so I do document that as well. I actually think I might save that and document that in a whole nother layout. But it was a really fun time. It was a great game. We won, and it was nice to be back. Like I said, I really enjoyed it, and I really wanted to be able to document all of that. I did decide to add a few layers to my photos, and what I'm doing here is the photo of me, just the selfie of me individually, is back with some more tissue paper. And then you see me bring in that other piece of Maggie Holmes. That is from, I think, the Bloom collection. It's quite a few collections ago, but it had a light enough thing, and it went decently enough against the pattern paper I used with the blue that I figured, that's perfect. And so that's what I'm going to use as my layering pieces. Not a lot of layering needs to be done because I obviously don't want to cover up too much of all that stitching that I did. But I am going to go ahead and add a little bit at the bottom with, these are just scraps. I've mentioned this a few times, but I am in the process of using up my scraps. And I loved this black one too because it is actually soccer. So it worked perfectly to add that in and get that little kind of piece used up. It's kind of been in my stash for quite a while, actually since I think Jackson was a baby. So that was a nice piece to get used up. And then I will add just a few embellishments. Like I said, I don't over embellish. I don't over anything. I really wanted to be able to showcase my title and the lyrics and the photos and the fact that I had done all that hand stitching. And so I tried really hard not to over embellish it with too much. I add the floral. I did try to get those felt hearts in, but they don't make it. I was, however, able, I'm going to show you this up close. I have this flare from Accent Scrapbooking that is rain. It's a cloud, rain cloud, and I'm using that to highlight. You're going to see me move my paper up, the weather, rain or shine. So that's why I added the clouds. I really like that. I thought that was fun and playful and all sorts of stuff. And then at the very bottom, it just says 2018 season opener. So there is the sketch that it ended up being based off of, just because, and my final layout. So thanks everyone so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another layout for everyone. Bye!